just lie after lie after lie, to the people who are there, to the steel workers who are there. And,
If you're going to call something a lie, at least try to back it up. Don't just leap to dictatorship. I'm Aaron with BSTracker, and I'm going to show you what's really going on. In Meidastouch's video, he talks about a speech by Donald Trump delivered in Pennsylvania about U.S. steel, where he announced a plan to double tariffs on imported steel and aluminum from 25% to 50%, effective June 4th. He framed this move as a measure to protect national security and bolster the domestic steel industry. The speech also highlights a proposed $14.9 billion investment by Japan's Nippon Steel into U.S. steel. He referred to this as a blockbuster agreement that would ensure U.S. steel remains under American control, with its headquarters staying in Pittsburgh. The deal includes provisions such as maintaining all current operating blast furnaces at full capacity for at least 10 years and providing a $5,000 bonus to each U.S. Steel employee. Trump emphasized that there would be no layoffs or outsourcing as part of this agreement. In addition, Trump also proposed Trump accounts during his speech, which are $1,000 investment accounts for every U.S. newborn, with additional contributions allowed. Funds grow tax-deferred and can be used at 18 for education, a home, or a business, with full access starting at 30. The plan aims to promote financial literacy and investment from birth. Supporters of this program argue that they provide every child, especially poor ones, with a financial head start. Wealthy families already create similar accounts, and this gives access to those who can't. They encourage long-term saving, investment literacy, and generational wealth building. A universal seed benefits the poor more in relative terms, like marginal utility. Critics argue that wealthier families can contribute more, compounding gains and widening wealth gaps. Without matching for low-income families, it may not meaningfully address inequality. Branding them Trump accounts politicizes the program and risks instability. Existing tools like 529s and IRAs already serve this purpose with fewer complications. Now talking about the video from Meidastouch, I ran the transcript through AI, and it gave him a bias and framing rating of 2 out of 10. He repeatedly refers to the speech as disastrous without allowing for neutral interpretation. He frames Trump as a fraud and a liar without acknowledging that some viewers may support the tariff proposal on policy grounds. He uses a mocking tone and absolute moral framing like defrauding, scheme, conning, undermining neutrality. Emotional manipulation gets a score of 2 out of 10. Sarcasm-laden delivery, like "you're gonna be so happy, this guy's defrauding you," invites contempt over analysis. Regularly exaggerates Trump's motives and personality, uses words like weird, creepy, and dictator. Hyperbolic phrasing aims to provoke disdain rather than inform. Talking about omission of key context, he got a 4 out of 10. He references economists and trade effects, but he doesn't contextualize prior steel tariff impacts or regional protectionist arguments. He critiques Trump's 2024 election claims, but omits detail about ongoing legal political challenges or supporters' rationale. Omits the political divide around foreign acquisition of U.S. companies, reducing nuance around economic nationalism. Misleading or leading questions gets a 3 out of 10. Like, how do people not in that audience know the guy is conning them? Suggests viewers are gullible or stupid. Phrases like, "don't you realize this is a scheme?" serve to emotionally guide the viewer. Questions aren't sincere prompts, they're accusations in disguise. Intentional dishonesty got a 4 out of 10. While mostly based in criticism, the video repeatedly conflates symbolic or speculative Trump statements with finalized policy. The repeated claim that Trump made up everything is overreaching. Some numbers are suspect, but not all are invented. Several fact checks are asserted without showing sources or allowing for alternative interpretations, reducing the viewer's ability to judge accuracy. Omission of key context was given a 4 out of 10. He references economists and trade effects, but he doesn't contextualize prior steel tariff impacts or regional protectionist arguments. Source transparency was given a 5 out of 10. It uses basic GDP data, union statements, and Grok to fact-check Trump, but it doesn't attribute them to specific sources. No official government documents or named economists are referenced to support key claims. Several factual assertions are made without indicating where the information was obtained, limiting independent verification. Use of evidence got a 5 out of 10. It uses Trump's own clips and union skepticism as evidence, which is fair. Relies heavily on ridicule and sarcasm instead of economic counterdata. Lacks citation or links to validate specific criticisms, such as economist surveys. Straw Man got a 3 out of 10. It presents Trump as offering only false hope, ignoring the strategic logic behind protective tariffs. Frames Trump's child credit as dictator-like without exploring how similar policies exist in other democracies. Dismisses Trump's comments wholesale instead of evaluating policy implications. Terminology Exaggeration was given a 2 out of 10, calls baby's savings account dictator and weird, and frames symbolic claims as serious lies. Fraud, scheme, and scam are used repeatedly, diminishing their meaning. Suggests con artist framing throughout without precision or restraint. In summary, the video critiques Trump's Steel speech using real clips and some valid data points, but leans heavily on sarcasm, exaggeration, and moral framing. While several of Trump's claims warrant scrutiny, the host frequently blurs the line between factual correction and rhetorical assault, which undermines the credibility of the analysis. The absence of specific sources for key fact checks limits the viewer's ability to verify claims independently. The final argument honesty rating is a 3.3 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep showing you what's really going on.